got all these great ideas, but you don't know which one to make first. Don't worry, have a seat. Let me holler at you. What up, y'all? This is your favorite director, Shelton R. Johnson, and today we are talking about deciding factors for your next movie, book, or TV show, doesn't matter. And listen, the more you write, the more ideas you're going to come up with that are good, okay? And it's difficult to choose which one to make next, which one to write next, or whatever it is that you're working on, whatever your creative process is, whatever medium you use. But in today's video, I'm going to show you how I decide which project to make next. Now, before we get started, I want to put out a disclaimer that this video is being made under the assumption that every idea that you have on paper is a good idea, meaning that it's well written, it has good characters, it's engaging, etc. It's a great screenplay, or it's a great idea that you have to move forward with, and it's fully fleshed out. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so I like to always say there's two types of people in this world. You have people who can wing it, and then you have people who are planners. Now, if you don't know which one you are, I would always say start with being a planner. Okay, but I'm gonna start this video by addressing the wing it people first, just because it's quicker. So to the people who like to wing it, my advice is follow your heart. Make whatever movie excites you the most right now, and make whatever movie it is that you want to see. Okay, don't worry about what's going to come down the road, because what you're good at is handling things when the time comes. Okay, so that's a strong suit. Exercise it. Now, moving forward to people like me, the planners. I have a process of elimination that I go through to determine which project to make next. Because as we all know, there's a lot of work that goes into making each project. And as I addressed earlier, there's a lot of ideas that are good that you could get distracted by while writing. But this is what I use to keep me focused, on task, and to make a good decision on which project to make next. That would be representative of where I feel like I am as a filmmaker today. Okay, so the first thing I do is I write down every movie idea that I currently have on a sheet of paper. Then I go through the first test, which is the conversational test. Can I summarize this movie in one sentence during a conversation? Example, a guy goes hiking in the woods, breaks his leg, and the only person who knows he's out there is his estranged ex-wife. So then I go through that entire list of all the movies that I have listed out, and whichever one I can't summarize in a sentence as if it were a conversation, I scratch it out. The second step in my process of elimination is originality. I ask myself, is this something like anything I've seen before? Or is it something that if people were to see it, it would remind them of something they've seen before? Also, I do a little bit of research to see, okay, is there anything out there that's mainstream or popular that is similar to this idea that I'm trying to create? If not, obviously I keep it on the list, but if it is, I scratch all of those movies off the list too. The third step of my elimination process is determining my target audience and my marketing plan. And this is a very simple approach that I take. The first step in this approach is, do I know someone who would be excited to see this movie? That's my target audience. And for the marketing plan, I simply ask myself, if I didn't know that person, what could I do to make sure that they knew that this movie was readily available for them to watch? Now, usually, once I've determined that the story is original, that I have a one-line summary, that I know my target audience and my marketing plan, that's when it comes down to budget. Now, you're probably wondering, Shelton, why would you do budgets last? Well, I've already done a video on budgets that explains everything, and I'll make it available to click on in this video. But for the purpose of this video, once I get down to budget, I'm normally trying to decide between 2 to 3 films, and I'll choose the one that seems to have the lower budget required to make it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments about how you decide which project to make next, please leave them down in the comment section below, where I try my best to respond to each and every one of them. And if you're new to my channel, I'd like to say thank you for watching this video. And please take the time to hit that subscribe button down below, where I'll be making more videos where I bring the common sense approach to filmmaking. Until next time,